Hey team, welcome to today's video and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Hayden. Now, if you are caught up and you have watched my last Friday's video, I would have introduced Myrtle. She's now 12 weeks. She's a 12-week-old Australian Bulldog. Today's video, we are going to dedicate to Myrtle. As Adam is getting ready, we have one heck of an update. I'm not going to say what it is because you're no doubt going to see it anyway. You can see the garden behind me, all the work, the hard work that Adam has put in, and it's looking so much better for a reason that we are doing the backyard. You can see the fence, you can see all of it. Let's go pick her up. There is no denying how cute Myrtle really is. Now, when you set that aside, there is a lot of work involved in raising a puppy. Now, I've had puppies, and so has Adam, in the family unit growing up. But you don't really truly appreciate the level of involvement that you have with educating and rearing a puppy, from toilet training to obedience, and to just generally making sure they don't turn out to be an asshole. How's that Tucker? She's very messy.
But they said as soon as
there we go.
Taking it.
Oh, she just stepped in her pee. Supervision, I would say.
Oh, good girl.
She's like, don't film me when I'm pooping. Don't step in it, please. Honey. It's the first big bark that she's had outside. What'd you think of that, honey? It's like a big web. Oh, she just stepped in her own poop.
Did she?
Yeah. So I've introduced her to the back area, just so honey can see her. Because she hasn't really seen her like moving. She's seen her in bed and she was very unsure of her.
If I pick it. It's so weird because she runs up and her face is skin like.
I know. She got a little burst of energy after she had her morning poop and food. Patients were definitely worn thin, more so for Adam in the earlier on in the piece, I should say, whereas it's kind of shifted. So my patience now is a lot less, and that's because I feel like she, and I know she's still a puppy, I would say she's around 4 months old now. It's more so because there are certain simple things that we know that she knows, like stay, let it go, that kind of thing, but she refuses to be obedient. And we know that this is a trait of bulldogs, and Australian bulldogs, or bulldogs, period. So, first night in the house, second night in the house, I should say, and she's certainly not shy anymore. I'm trying to go and get my stuff for the shower so I can get ready for work. And she's not exactly letting me do much of anything. Myrtle, can you get off, please? You need to get off. Very little tail. Yeah, alright, Savage, get off. Her first experience at the vacuum cleaner. She's not a fan. Well, she's somewhat learned how to play fetch with her tiny little pink ball. Let it go. Come on. Come on. Get it. She's got a little fat body. Bring it. Come on. Come on. It's been a few weeks, hasn't it, Myrtle? Hasn't it? hasn't it? She's learned how to sit. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. You're so good. She's learnt leave it and come. You can see that she's grown quite a bit. Haven't you, little one? Haven't you? Hey? It's first thing in the morning and I thought I'd come out. Well, she doesn't sleep outside. She sleeps in the bathroom and then we put her out in the morning so she can go to the bathroom, go to the toilet. But when we start going back to work in a week or so, this is your new routine. My personal favourite would have to be trying to train her for when she needs to go to bed. We got into the habit of keeping her awake until a certain time, just so that she was tired enough, especially in the early days, that she would sleep longer during the night and not have to get up as often. Okay, so we're trying to keep her awake. And she's really not happy. She's like cracking it. I was just waiting for Adam to get out of the shower, so it's almost 10 o'clock. And she's not happy to be kept away. I think she's dreaming. I love all of her roles. Introducing Myrtle to the existing pet, my pet cat, Honey, in the house was an interesting experience, or brought out something in Honey that I didn't know that she had. But now that I know that she has it, it kind of makes more sense in terms of her behavior towards Adam and strangers in the home. So Myrtle's introduction into the family home and her disruption of Honey's territory and all of the like. Honey started to withdraw and I noticed that there was bald patches on her forehead. Long story short, it turned out that Honey was self-harming because she was scratching in order to deal with her anxiety or stress. Happily, Honey is now much better. She has been on antibiotics and anti-scratch and 2 kinds of anti-anxiety medications, which I have since completed the round of them. And she's a lot more calm and she's a lot less timid. You can hear Adam out there on the phone to his friends, introducing Myrtle to them. The next test is going to be introducing Honey and Myrtle. Now, I don't believe Myrtle's going to be a problem because she is a little baby. I don't think Honey's going to attack her. I think she's going to avoid her like the plague because this cat is ridiculously skittish and timid. I don't think she quite understands what's in there. What is it? She's staring at the stuffed dog. Now, what I have noticed about Honey, I noticed last night that you can see that red spot right there. She's kind of not balding, I guess, but I noticed red dots on both sides. You can't really see this side, but that one stands out. Last night, this side of her face was swollen and her nose was swollen. It was very pink, and it's not pink right now, so it has gone down. I've got a vet to come out to do a home visit tomorrow, just to check up on her to see if she's okay. I looked it up, obviously, you know, the power of Google, and her symptoms seem to fit cat dermatitis. So I'm hoping that's what it is, but we'll find out more tomorrow. Honey. Baby. It's all right. It's all right. She's extremely fascinated by Honey, the cat. Oh, she's lost interest. Slowly but surely, we've started introducing her into the great wide world. We've been taking her on walks of our driveway up my property. So it's around 100 meters, the driveway. At first it didn't go so well, whereas now she is getting the hang of it, and she's progressed now to visiting Adam's parents who have dogs, his mum in particular, and we took her to her first trip to Bunnings.
Come on.
First walk.
Going away. Come on. Myrtle.
She doesn't know how to take it.
Come on. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
She'll eventually come. Well, it's all different sounds.
Come on. Come on.
Well, the plan is to get to the end of there.
Come on.
The first Bunnings outing. Myrtle cost $3,000 from a breeder. She is a purebred Australian bulldog. And I actually didn't know that this was a breed. I'm not sure if Adam was aware this was a breed. When you look at her, a passing glance, you can see the bulldoggy-ish features, I guess. When we first got her, she looked more like a French bulldog puppy, and that's a lot of the comments that we've been getting. People would come up and be like, oh, is she a French bulldog? No, she is not. She is an Australian bulldog. What makes it even more rare that she is not only an Australian bulldog, but her general colouring. Now, I've since discovered that bulldogs don't usually come in black and white. It's a very rare marking. It's a very rare pattern of marking. They are typically brown or a tricolour. The breeder we got her from was a family, and we went to their home actually to meet the parents of Myrtle as well as her brothers and sisters. So we did a lot of research. We made sure that we weren't going to an establishment or weren't going to a breeder that didn't treat their dogs well. I'm very happy to report that this guy was so helpful. Him and his wife and his little kids, they were so helpful. They were so patient, and he has been doing this for a very long time. He was very reluctant to let go of Myrtle. He was hoping that we would take her sister, which was a traditional tricolored bulldog, and she was a little bigger. Now, because Myrtle was the runt of the litter, we automatically were like, no, we want to take her because we were hoping that means that she's going to stay small.
Be in for the days the students are in, so I know who to direct them to. So I'll have day supervisor responsibilities, but I
Myrtle.
don't know who is going to be where and what the students can be.
What are you doing in the rain?
That they're not in course. Yeah.
Silly. What are you doing? Good girl. So we've got a new game. That's Chase My Feet.